Hi students, welcome home to Mars. Today we shall discuss the next infrahyoid muscle. Please guess. It starts from the shoulder, precisely from the scapula. Ascends upwards, divides your neck triangles into parts. Then it works as a pulley. It depresses the hyoid bone and it also prevents the collapse of internal jugular vein. Can you guess this muscle? You're right. It is omohyoid. Whenever you hear the word, it arises from shoulder. Shoulder, the word meaning is omo. So the muscle is omohyoid. So let's see the muscle over here. This bone is hyoid bone. We are talking about infrahyoid muscles. This is sternocleidomastoid, the key muscle in the neck. Just beneath the sternocleidomastoid, which partly covers the omohyoid. This is inferior belly of omohyoid. This is superior belly of the omohyoid. And this muscle is sternocleidomastoid, which partly covers it. Now what we will do is, we'll remove this sternocleidomastoid. Now focus on the second picture. In the second picture, sternocleidomastoid is removed and you can very well see the omohyoid now. This is inferior belly of the omohyoid. This is superior belly of the omohyoid. The two are held by this intermediate tendon, and this intermediate tendon is held to the clavicle by a modification of deep cervical fascia. This is called as omohyoid fascia. So this is the location of omohyoid muscle. Now we will quickly learn this muscle with the help of a diagram. So let's start with omohyoid muscle. Omohyoid muscle. To learn its attachments, first we have to start with the bones. So draw the hyoid bone and label this part as lower border of body of hyoid bone. Then draw the manubrium. So this is the jugular notch. This is the facet for clavicle. This is the facet for first costal cartilage and this is the facet for second costal cartilage. This is sternal angle. So label this bone as manubrium, which is a part of sternum. Next, draw the clavicle here. Label this as clavicle. Draw the first costal cartilage and the first rib. Label this as first costal cartilage. So the next bone, how to remember? As we mentioned at the starting, omo means shoulder blade. So we have to draw the scapula because omohyoid takes origin from the scapula. So we'll draw the view of the scapula as seen from the front. So this is scapula. This is glenoid cavity. So just draw the focus on this notch, that is suprascapular notch, and this is coracoid process. So just label here, this is suprascapular notch. Once this is done, we'll just draw the other midline structure for a better understanding. So here goes the thyroid cartilage. This is cricoid cartilage. and these are the tracheal rings. So let's start with the origin of omohyoid. As you have seen in the previous picture, it has got two bellies. Inferior belly of omohyoid and superior belly of omohyoid. First, let us begin with inferior belly of omohyoid. So what is its origin? It's written here, suprascapular notch. So it takes origin from the scapula around suprascapular notch. This is inferior belly of omohyoid, ascends up behind the clavicle. So let us first label this as inferior belly of omohyoid. This belly continues as a intermediate tendon. So label this as intermediate tendon. This intermediate tendon is held to the clavicle by a pulley. This is the pulley. This pulley is derived from investing layer of deep cervical fascia. We can also call this as Omohyoid fascia. Now, because this intermediate tendon or the omohyoid muscle as a whole passes through this deep cervical fascia, it literally tightens the fascia. It's just like a seat belt. So you can think it this way, a muscle from the shoulder migrates to control your neck. That's the another way you can remember this. Now, continue from the intermediate tendon. This is superior belly of omohyoid, which is attached to lower border of body of the hyoid bone. So label this as superior belly of omohyoid. So now that you have seen the two bellies and their attachment, what is the next thing? It's our nerve supply. Nerve supply. Omohyoid is supplied by Ansa cervicalis. And then comes the action. So like any other infrahyoid muscle, omohyoid also helps to depress the hyoid bone following its elevation during swallowing. So it depresses the hyoid bone following its elevation during swallowing. So this was about omohyoid muscle, and now you just think, what if the omohyoid is paralyzed? We'll discuss about it when we talk about the clinical correlation of infrahyoid muscle. Thank you for watching, and please share your valuable suggestions. This is Mars, where medicine meets meaning. Thank you.